There's, there's something. I feel it's like a mission or something, that I have to give information.
Exactly.
I've often, asked sometimes when I go into a trance and write automatic writing, automatic writing is that officially, of course, doctors say it's your own subconscious, but I know my subconscious doesn't know that much.
And it's
in the
not
way.
In your head.
It's not in my head, and I argue. Anyway, I go into trance, and when you go into trance, I was research at the University of Virginia once, writing normal writing. It was interesting that the left brain was working. Then I went into trance, and the right side of your brain started working. So at least something physically is changing. And whether it's mind control or whether it is, as it claims to be, my dead grandmother's energy that is affecting me. So the writing is pretty nice, and I don't think that way. It's not. Those who know me, they say, no, you haven't. You can't write like this. It's very beautiful. It's very soft. I'm hard, and I go through the wall if needed. And it's totally different from me. Also, the writing is totally different. And I had it researched by a graphologist who was a Lutheran minister in Finland, and he studied my own writing and automatic writing, and he said that this writing of yours in automatic, it is by a different personality than you are. You've been influenced by a different personality. And I said, what kind of personality? And it gave a perfect description of my dead grandmother, which my mother confirmed later. And I thought, well, this is interesting that a Finnish minister says that I have been influenced by another entity when writing the writing. And I have written several books in automatic writing. The first one in 24 hours, and second one in 30, and the third one in 70. So I'm getting old,
And they're bestseller books.
Oh yeah, they're bestsellers in 6 countries, 6 languages. And the first one, There Is No Death, has sold 170,000, and it was sold to Sweden already before it was written. And I said when they got the telephone call that, look, I'm writing my first book. It's not, well, we take it. So there is a plan, because I was told in automatic writing that when I asked what is the meaning of this, that I became in a meditation group an automatic writer, and my hand went up. It was interesting. My relative who had died 2 months previously, who when I was a 15-year-old girl, I admired her. She was married to a doctor, and she was a spiritualist or Christosophist, believing in reincarnation, and told me that in 3 previous lives I've been married to my husband. I said, what? 3 previous lives? There's only one life, I thought. I didn't know. I was 15. But I got interested in the paranormal. I started reading, and it was interesting that after 20 years, when she died at the age of 50 with a tumor in here, a goiter, and I said to her when I was corresponding, I said, why don't you have it operated? Your husband is a professor of medicine at that time. She said, no, it's karmic. I have to go through this. So, okay, in the meditation group, all of a sudden my hand starts going up, starts doing a figure 8, the sign of eternity. And I tried to take it down, and I couldn't. There was a force doing the figure 8 all the time. So I thought, hey, this could be automatic writing. I tried to pull it down with the other hand. It didn't. A force was stronger than my will and my other hand. And then I said in my thoughts, right into the air. And all of a sudden, S-O-L-V-E-G, Solveig. That was the name of this relative that had died 2 months previously, who actually, when I was 15, brought me to the idea of there is, reincarnation. You can't die. Your soul can't die. Your consciousness can't die. Yeah. And I was flabbergasted, like, whew. So then next time we went to the meditation group in Rovaniemi once a week. I always had felt like I had a spiritual sauna. I went there tired after the work, but I came back vigorous and full of energy. But nothing had happened to me in 3 years. Everybody else developed, but I was a dummy, so. But then this thing came. So next time I took a pen and a pencil. I thought, if this happens again, The hand went up again. I put the pen, and then it said the whole name, Solveig, the surname, I am alive. And I thought, well, this is interesting. Of course, it was consciousness alive. And then again, I went after 1 week, and then I said, well, what's the meaning of this? You know, I know you're alive. I believe that. I can't see you, but I know life goes on another dimension, on another frequency. And then my hand wrote, it's a book. This was in 1979. You're going to write a book in 1980, and it's going to be a bestseller. And I thought, well, you know, I'm a medical doctor, and Finnish books are not bestsellers generally. I thought that was very strange. And then it continued, you're going to Malaysia. And I, at that time, didn't even know exactly where Malaysia was on the map, and I thought, why should I go to Malaysia from Lapland? Well, 2 weeks went, I was at the National Board of Health in Helsinki. An interesting thing happened. They knock on the door. Dr. Luukanen, a telephone call for you from Geneva. From Geneva? Okay. We need a medical advisor to come to Malaysia who speaks French and who is a specialist in tropical medicine. I don't know why they said French, because they don't speak French in Malaysia, but that's what they said. I was flabbergasted. I said, wait a minute, I have gotten this in writing 2 weeks ago that I'm going to Malaysia. No, the fax came today from Geneva, from the International Red Cross. I said, fine. I go on back home, pack my things, and then I thought, what am I going to do? I've just started automatic writing, and I don't know the energies. You know, are they good or bad, or what are they actually? I'm a beginner in contact with the other dimensions. So I went once more to our group meeting before leaving for Malaysia, for Kuala Lumpur, and my hand wrote, don't worry about it, we will take care of it. I thought, oh, nice. Take care of it, who? So I fly to Kuala Lumpur, and in 2 weeks I'm going to the Swiss embassy, where the ambassadors had asked the Red Cross ladies to come for a smörgåsbord, for a luncheon. And a young Chinese lady comes next to me and says, I'm Gina. I said, I'm Dr. Luukanen from Finland. And the first thing she says, would you like to join our group? I said, what group? Well, we are a group of 7 Chinese ladies developing our psychical abilities. I just froze. I thought, we'll take care of it. I said, yes, of course I'll come. And then I continued automatic writing there. And the text I got, it was interesting because it said, you have to give your hand. Your book is already written on this side. Already written on some other dimension, but you have to give your hand to materialize it here. Yeah, and I continued, and like I said, the bestseller in 6 languages sold 170,000. I mean, that's incredible.
And there's no death.
And it's called There Is No Death. And of course there's no death.
Ain't no stopping us.